Hello farmers, welcome back to No Man's Land where it is raining, and that's not a good thing when you want to make some hay, but we will be doing that just a little bit later. The rain's going to stop here shortly, so while it's raining, let's go ahead and do some things that we need to do. We'll jump into our T6 with the autoloader. We're going to take the tomatoes and the eggs all down to the farm shop because that's what's offering the best price. We'll have another look here because I already forgot what the price was. I just looked for the highest price. And let's go ahead and load these up. Tomatoes on the bottom, eggs on top. I mean, they're all fragile. Tomatoes are soft, eggs are... well, they got a shell around them, so maybe they could take the weight a little bit better. Either way, it doesn't matter. Let's just go ahead and load them up, and we'll get them on down to the farm shop, get some cash, and then we'll go over to So What, grab our clothing, and the clothing is going to the supermarket. That is still going for 10,200 buckaroos, so that is all good. Let's go in here, and why do you have me on that here? I had you on here. I was all set. Eggs, farm shop, 11.30. That's a decent price. Best price usually around 1,400, but it is what it is. Tomatoes, farm shop is 505, which is the best price, and the clothing, just to make sure I got that right, supermarket for 10,280 bucks. So while we're traveling on down to the farm shop to sell these. I did get all the fields planted with oats, so we're all set there. I had to go down. I kept buying some seed. I bought way too much seed, actually, but you know what? I'm going to use that at some point, so it's no big deal. So I got about 4 pallets in the shed. I bought some fertilizer. I need some more fertilizer because I got to fertilize those oat fields today because you can see they already hit the first growth stage. So I need to get in there and fertilize those fields before the crops get taller, because if they get taller, I'll actually destroy them when I go in the field. So right now we can go ahead and get them fertilized. So I will be doing that today. We may do one field at the end of the episode before I go ahead and do the rest afterwards. So the main thing we were going to do today, and I was wondering this, I did download the mod for the Fent having the PTO shaft in the front. But after I saw the mod in game, I'm like, that's not going to work. And you know what? It does not work. It does not work on the Fent. So that mod there, at least the one I downloaded, which was right off the Giants mod hub, that is for tractors with no 3-point linkage at all in the front. I'll show you the mod in the shop here in just a moment when we get on down and sell the farm shop. So that mod will not work on our Fent because our Fent already has a 3-point linkage on the front. It just doesn't have a PTO shaft. Why? I don't know. Let's call Fent and find out. I don't know why it doesn't have one. But it doesn't have one, so we'll just deal with it. So we'll grab the butterfly mower today, and we'll mow the grass field, which is quote-unquote over by the cow barn, which we don't have yet, but that's where it's going. As for making hay, well, yeah, we got to cut the grass. So that means I'm going to need a tedder, a windrower, and maybe a bale loading wagon. Is it a bale loader? Bale loading wagon? What do they call those? A trailer that loads up bales, or I just may go over with the T6 and we'll use the front end loader with maybe the pallet forks and stick the bales and just transport them over one at a time to the shed, which is probably what I'm going to do because that's the cheapest way to go. Looking at some prices, I'll probably buy the tedder today because it's not that expensive. It's like 50 some odd thousand. So we have that. Oh, Alien Jim, I forgot you took away this sell point. We got to go over to this one. Gotta come over to this one. Oh, speaking of Alien Jim, on Friday, and when you see this, this should be a Monday episode. On Friday, I do believe is a day that they release the placeable packs for the vehicles, the buildings, and the decorations. I will leave the links to all 3 in the description below, but they're all on the Giants mod hub. So it used to be called the No Man's Land pack, but now I think it's just called the placeable. Well, each one has its own title. One for buildings, one for vehicles, and one for decorations, I believe. So I'll put all 3 links in the description below in case you want to get that. What was I talking about, though? Oh, yeah, so the tedder. We'll probably buy the tedder because that's like 30 some odd grand. The windrower, I'm not sure what windrower I want yet. So I may just lease one and go from there. And like I said, for yeah, I was going to show you a few things. Let me do that now before I forget. First thing, let's go to here in the Miscellaneous. I know I'm jumping over the place. Hang with me. We'll get to all of it. So this is the front lifter that's on the Giants mod hub. You can see has a 3-point linkage, which allows you to have a PTO shaft in the front. But I already had the Fent down here. The Fent is at the shop. You may have saw it. I purchased it. I'm like, I don't think that's going to attach because I already got the 3-point linkage on the front, and it will not. It will not work with our Fent. So this will not work. Yeah, so what's else going to do? Oh, yeah, so in here, what's he call that? The bale loaders. So the bale loaders, there was a couple options I was looking at. I do have some auto loaders in here. I don't think I really need those. We're not doing that many bales per se, I don't think. But this is 90,000. We got square bales, so I need a square bale. And this will auto load. Well, I don't want to say auto load them in, but you have to drive up and it loads them in automatically. So it's not an auto loader, it's an automatic loader. But it does hold 14 bales, but it is 90,000. So I'm going to hold off on that until I see how many bales we get. And it's like, do I need it for 90,000, or let's get the front end loader on the T6 with the pallet forks, and we'll just pick them up and put them into the shed. So that's kind of like where we're at right now. So yeah, 3. So as for mowing the way I want to, still can't do it. So I thought about leasing the McCormick tractor again. But that's like 11 grand. I'm like, no. It's like, well, you got the money, why not? Well, that money is there, but it's going to disappear rather quickly as we start doing some things. So these are the amount of clothing that we do have. So this is about $40,800 we're loading up. So that's a nice chunk of change coming in. Yeah, the tailor shop, which we call So What, is definitely making the clothing faster than the fabric can come in from Tight Knit. Tight Knit is just it's doing its thing, but it's just not producing the fabric fast enough for So What. How about if you strap those in, because they're sliding about everywhere. Well, let's go sell these. Another 40 grand's on them, look really, really good. And I think we're also going to try to landscape around the shed I put down, because remember when I put down that shed, the terrain just went wacky. I should have realized it when it was costing me like 4 grand extra for landscaping fees. I'm like, well, it can't be that bad. And then I placed it down, like, it's on the bad side. I mean, it could be better. And boom, $41,093. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. While I'm down here, though, I do, like I said, need some more fertilizer for this afternoon. I got to fertilize those oat fields because I only got one stage of fertilization in when we planted the oats. So we need some more fertilizer. Yeah, this auto-loading trailer, when you take corners when it's light, it just teeter-totters everywhere. So now when I go in here, I got to make sure that I need the big bag pallets. Solid fertilizer, it's 1,000. So I'm going to buy 3 of those, or 4 of those, he said. He's going to buy 4 of them. And he did. And those are there. Yeah, so there's the Fent. I had it down here, like I said, trying to get that front end 3-point linkage PTO shaft to work. And yeah, just my Fent's like, no, I already got 3-point linkage. What are you talking about? Let's see, Euro pallet, liquid tank, big bag pallet. Load those up, strap them in, they are good to go. So you know what, while we're down here, let me go ahead and let's go get what we need for today, and then I can fast forward it, and you guys want to watch me drive back and forth with all this stuff while it's raining and get prepped up for making some hay today. So the tedder, $31,000. We're going for the biggest one. The working width is 17 meters. Only requires 100 horsepower, so the T6 or the Fent can handle this for sure. License plate. Let's just go ahead and just do no plates. Thank you. Not like it really matters too much. We are buying that. Let's back up. And then, of course, the other thing we are going to need for hay is a windrower. And 14 meters. How much to lease it? Hopefully, I'm going to just... Oh, wow, that's expensive. But, you know, the reason why I'm leasing it, because I don't know if I want to use this one or not. And I think I'm just going to lease it for today because, you know, maybe, just maybe in a couple days after we use it, it'll come up for sale for half price and we'll get lucky. So that's all I really need, right? So the Fent's already down here. Yeah, I can bring that stuff back. The fertilizer is for fertilizing oat fields later on. Alright, so I got to transport some things back and forth. It is currently raining. We got to wait for it to finish raining. I'm going to get everything over to where the grass field is. So I'll see you in just a little while. We'll start cutting some grass. Then we'll ted it to turn to hay. Windrow it to get it back in the rows. use our new baler, which is over there, and we'll see how many bales we actually get. And then I'll decide then how are we going to pick up the bales. Speeding up time always helps to get the rain to stop, and it's perfect timing because I am here with everything that we need. So I got the butterfly mower in the back of the Fendt. I did take care of the Fendt, and I just repaired it for $3,500. I also topped it off with some diesel when I was down at the farm shop for $650 some odd dollars. So full of fuel, fully repaired. We got our butterfly mower ready to go. Windrower, tedder are here. The baler is also right behind us. So let's go ahead and unfold these. I got to make sure we're not in swath mode, which we currently are. So let's go ahead and switch that to left swath, right swath, wide spreading. That's what we want. Let's put those down. So it's going to look a little weird again, but then again, you know, that's my channel. We just do weird stuff. Someday we'll be able to do it right. But it's fine today because, you know, I need it to be spread out like this so I can ted it and then windrow it anyways. This job here is very important today because I kind of forgot about the sheep. I know, after I said I thought the sheep would have enough grass to get through. But I just checked, and the sheep are out of food, and they're at zero production, so they're not doing a darn thing. It feels kind of weird that the sheep don't have grass / hay to eat when they're wandering around a grass field. I would like to see implemented in the way that Seasons had it in 19. So if the animals had a grass pasture that they were in, the feed trough would take grass from that area. I would like to see that kind of implemented because this seems kind of weird that we got sheep that don't have no food for hay / grass when they're just standing in it. But either way, we'll take care of it. So as we can see, when you cut grass, it comes out as a dark color, meaning that it's wet grass. So if you're new to Farming Simulator, you're going to see when we grab the tedder, what the tedder does, it flips the grass around and it helps it dry a little bit better. But in Farming Simulator, it dries instantly. I was kind of hoping that it was going to be the same way it was in 19, to where the grass had certain moisture content, and depending on the moisture content, you either just let it sit there, and after over time, depending on weather conditions, it'll dry the hay, or you could use a tedder to help it dry a little bit quicker, so on and so forth. And then of course, yeah, then you just bale it on up and you got yourself some hay. But hey, what are you gonna do? So here we are. This will be the grass field. I know it seems kind of backwards that I'm making hay in this grass field over here when the hay needs to go over to the sheep, which are over by the other grass field, and that grass field is going to be used for silage, and the silage should be brought over here because that's where the cows are. It will be eventually, just that money-wise, the way we're doing things, yeah, I mean, it may be the other way around. And actually that grass field over there may go bye-bye, meaning I may start planting other crops into it. We'll get rid of the grass and plant some other thing in there. This grass field here might be big enough, and I can always put more grass fields over here, and that way I have all my grass equipment in one spot and I don't have to keep going back and forth, and that sounds rather nice. But until we get things situated, which seems kind of weird because we're in year 7, maybe even year 8 at this point, I don't know. But it's going to take a long time for this map to be, I don't want to say the way I'm envisioning it, the way I see it. So it's going to take a while. We got a lot of production buildings to go. We got to earn a lot of cash. It's a lot of work, but we'll get there. We shall get there. But the main step today is to make some hay. We'll see how many bales we get. One bale definitely is going over to the sheep. And seeing that we still got $200,000 in the bank account, I am starting to think about maybe putting down the cow barn today. And not just putting down the cow barn, but maybe getting some cows. I know. Because we're getting young cows. We need time for them to mature before they can start making some milk. And we should be able to feed them just the hay for now. And I think, though, I'm not sure if they fix it, but I don't want to do it either way. From what people said, when they're young, it doesn't matter if you feed them or not, because they're not producing anyways. But we're going to make sure that we got feed for them. Now, as for how many cows we're going to get, I'm not sure yet. I was looking at, leasing a transporter for the animals. But for what the transportation fee is and what it costs me to lease, I think it's going to break out even. So we'll just have the dealership come on down and deliver them. But we'll see how it goes here. So far I said there's a lot of things I want to do this episode. And these episodes usually go about half hour to about 50 minutes, somewhere around there. At least I try to. Step 1 of 3 is done, which is cutting the grass. Now I'm going to hook up to the tedder. We're going to make the grass all nice and fluffy, and it should turn to a light green color. Almost a light brown color, but that would be in seasons in 19. Now I do believe we made some hay on Elm Creek for the sheep. That might have been like episode 6 or something like that. Have no idea. Somewhere around there. Lower this down. Let's whip it on. Now this is a good working width for us. So you can see the change of the color of the grass. Now it's considered a dry grass, I assume. Which means it's hay. Now I'm thinking maybe I should hold off on the cows because I got plenty of work to do today already. And I may want to wait, actually it might be smart, until June/July when we sell the furniture and I have the cash. But I may put down the cow barn. We may go ahead and toss that down just so I can get a good idea of placement and everything else. Like I said, I got a lot of stuff to move over here. The silo bunkers, well, we can't move the silo bunker. We're going to demolish the one that's over at the farm and bring the silo bunker over here for silage. We got to put down a manure pit, slurry pit. But by putting down the cow barn, it'll start actually giving me some more placement over here. We got the shed down for one. We're going to need more sheds over here in the future because olive/vineyard is going to go over in this general area as well. So yeah, this is going to be our second farm over here. I may have actually up to 3 farms on the map. 2 for sure because, well, yeah, we already know the 1 and the 2. But a third one, maybe. Maybe in the distant future when I do like cotton and sugar beets and possibly potatoes, we'll have like another farm for root crops and cotton. At some point we'll have to get in the sugar beet for making sugar. Now I could do sugar cane, but I've never done sugar cane, and sugar cane's been in the game since 17. I don't remember now. Seems like it's been a while. Maybe it was 19. I'm not too sure. But I've never done sugar cane. I mean, I've saw people do it, and I just look at it. And I'm like, yeah, it's not for me. I don't know what it is. It's like the poplar. I did poplar once, and I said, yep, never again. And I shouldn't say never again, but I haven't done it since either. So, but maybe we'll get into that kind of stuff again. Maybe I'll try just to give it a go, because it's been a while for me to do that. Oh, missed a little bit of grass there. That should be okay. Yeah, so that's one shed over there. That's going to fit well for the cow barn stuff. Like a tedder, windrower, the baler, all that. Should fit in there nicely. Then of course we're going to have some big equipment over here as well. So that's why we got the bigger shed. So there is one pass. Now, once we get the McCormick tractor, which I don't know when that's going to be, but that'll probably be all the tractors that we're going to need, because we'll consider the T6 a small tractor, which I think it is technically a small tractor, because that's 175 horse. The McCormick is going to be like in that 300 horsepower range once we get done with it. We'll probably buy it with the smaller engine at first, and then we'll have this wonderful beast right here. And that'll be our 3 tractors for a while. Now the reason being, like this right here, the T6 I believe could run this, but I think it'd be better on the McCormick. And yeah, this tractor is just way too big for what we're using, so we're putting wear and tear on a tractor that doesn't need to have need to be used currently. Just be better if I use something that's more in range of what we need to be using. Actually, I could hire Frank to go out and start fertilizing the fields. But it's not going to take me long to fertilize the fields with that spreader being a 40 meter. Is it 40 meter wide on the spreader? I think it is, somewhere in that generator. So it's not going to take me long to whip through those fields to get those done. And then I'll come over here and spread fertilizer on this grass field because, well, we cut it today, so it's going to need another stage. And it'll be ready sometime in September, I think. But I was actually kind of shocked when I was checking when I was bringing all the stuff back up here. I'm like, let me check on the sheep. They're still going to have a little bit of feed left in the trough. And I was like, no, they don't. No, they do not. The one thing I did not check, maybe the reason why they don't is, do I have another flock of sheep came in? Do we have more sheep? Wait, am I missing some grass over there? I can see some grass that's not being turned. Why is that? Yes, when I head this direction, some of the grass is not turning into hay. That is interesting. How about if I head in this direction? Does all of it turn to hay behind me? Well, it's all turning to hay behind me in this general direction. Not that big of a deal, with small patches. It kind of reminds me of a problem I had, and I don't know why I always remember this. But let me try it again, go in this direction. Do I get patches that don't turn? So back in 17, yeah, I'm getting patches that don't turn. Back in Farming Simulator 17, I played on a map called Rattlesnake Valley, and when I was doing windrowing or stuff like that, if I headed one direction on the map, it didn't really register that it was there. You had to go into a different direction in order for the implement they're using to actually pick up the grass. It's like if I was heading this direction, it wouldn't do anything, but it was only like a certain degree angle on the map. It was like a 15-degree angle that you had to head, so I had to learn which ways to do the fields so that it would, you know, turn the grass to hay and then windrow it, and oh, it was good times that way. I did like that map though. Nice big map. Anyways, I'm going to finish heading this up, and then we'll grab the windrower, put it into nice looking rows, and then we get to use our new baler, which we had not used yet. Well, I think I got most of the little patches of grass that didn't turn to hay back there. I think it's going to be okay once we windrow it and picks all up. I think it's going to all register as hay anyways. I hope. Alright, let's go ahead and fold this on up. I'm not putting nothing into the shed because when I do some landscaping, this stuff could be in the way, so I want to make sure we're kind of out of the way. And hopefully I can landscape with the shed being down. Hopefully it's not going to give me any trouble. If it does, we'll find a way around that. Yeah. We'll do some... yeah, I'll just come on and say it. Cheating. We'll get rid of the shed and refund my money and then get it nice and flat and do everything I should have done the first time. Alright, let's get the windrower. Put into nice little rows for us. So step 3, there's 4 steps in a way because we still got to bale it. Alright, hydraulic hoses, PTO shaft. I just had a thought, should I keep the windrower for when I mow the grass? The grass at the other field is not ready yet. Well, I could harvest it, but it's not at full height. So, I don't know if I want to keep this for an extra day or not. This actually is a pretty decent sized windrower. Wait for the back ones to go down. Alright, let's go ahead and whip it on. And nice big clump right in the center. That's what we're looking for. So as you sit back and watch the hay go into a nice swath for us for the baler, I just want to take this time to thank you guys for on this series in general, because this No Man's Land series is what's getting a lot of the views and whatnot. But all the likes, the comments, all the helpful hints, tips, whatever you may be given. I do read all the comments. I don't reply to comments. Someone did ask me on Discord why I didn't reply to comments. And for one, most people, I know I've done this a couple times where I left a comment in a video and I had no idea that the creator replied to my comment. So I just find it better to maybe reply to the comment in like a next episode or whatever, because more than likely you're watching anyways. But I just wanted to take a moment just to thank you all for, like I said, all the views, all the likes, the comments. Keep them on coming. And I'll keep putting out the videos as best I can. Like I said, we got a long ways to go here in No Man's Land. We're just barely scratching the surface. I can't really wait to use that baler because that's the modded one from Stevie, and I think we got the extra capacity on there. Now, the one thing we do have to keep in mind with baling in Farming Simulator 22 are the bale sizes. Be careful of what bale sizes you make, because not all equipment will be compatible for the bales that you're picking up or wrapping or what have you. So I got to see what settings are on that baler when I get to it. And I think what we're going to do is we are going to buy a bale spike rather than use the pallet forks on the front loader of the T6. They're not that expensive, so let's go ahead and get ourselves some bale spikes. And we'll pick up some hay and transport it on over to the sheep. First things first, get the sheep taken care of. And I think what I'm probably going to do, because I did talk about fertilizing the fields at the end of the episode, but I think I'll go ahead and just do that after or in between episodes. Because like I said, I think I want to go ahead and put down the cow barn. I've been waiting. Do I really need it right now? No, but maybe tomorrow. We'll go ahead and get ourselves some cows. Because I do want to see on the modded one that we're going to be putting down, do I actually have to give them water? I think I got to see how it's set up. That way I can kind of plan here. I want to get the cows going as soon as we can so they can mature, start making some milk. Cows are expensive, as you can see. We got to buy all this equipment to make sure they got the proper stuff that they need. The only thing we won't have for them right away is straw for bedding and straw for TMR. Of course, they don't have silage yet either, but we will. But I think we can feed them just hay and water for the time being for about a month or two. But by the time they're full adults, we should have everything that they need. And then it's just a matter of... I better slow down time. We got more rain coming? I thought that was it for rain today. Slow down to ×1. Yeah, after we get all the cow stuff situated, then it's a matter of... Don't need to do it this year, but we got to put down the dairy production. But, we don't have milk yet, so... Not too much of a rush for that. And then, I think what we'll do is we'll save up some money to buy the McCormick tractor. And then pay off our loan. And then really start working on the map by putting in more roads. And then maybe start decorating by putting some housing in here. The housing we're not paying for, because that's where people will be living. And they're not paying us rent. So, like I said, if I paid for the houses to put down, it would get rather expensive and it would take forever. But if I were to do that and I had to pay for the buildings, then I could do some sort of a thing where they have to pay me rent for the housing. So I think it's just better off as we just put it on down and get some more on the map, make it more look like a village is starting. I guess we'll call it a village at the start. It's not quite a town or a city yet. I'm hoping we get a few good amount of bales. I'm hoping... Well, like I said, I'm not used to baling in 22 as of yet. In 19, I could have said, hey, I expect to get so many bales. Until I know exactly how the baler bales, seeing how many liters I can put into a bale on the modded one. I'm not going to know. Usually I could probably just guess and say, hey, this is going to be 20 some odd bales. Have no idea. And I'm making a mess here windrowing by doing circles. I shouldn't be doing circles. I should just be going straight back and forth. But here I am, painting myself into a corner. Definitely could have done a better job windrowing this hay, but it is what it is. And pretty soon, it's all going to be wrapped up in bales anyway, so my mess is not going to be here for too long. And I might as well just go right on down, because if I turn off, I'm going to have these little swaths on either end. And turn it off. And we are done with windrowing. I think I am going to return this to the store. Well, when I say I'm going to return it, I'm just going to drop it off and they can come pick it up. And it happens magically. Let's go ahead and cables. PTO shaft. Nope, we're not done yet. How about you got to detach that thing. And I'm going to go right into the store because I always forget about leasing things. Let's go ahead and return that. Yes. Well, I was going to say, yeah, okay. It's been returned. We're all set. The reason why I always forget the leased items, because leasing things is not something I used to do in Farming Simulator at all. It was kind of a rare thing. But lately, I do it quite often. Alright, PTO shaft and hoses. Alright, let's get this thing up here. Alright, so bale size is 240. Alright, so 240. So it should be a higher capacity baler as well. So maybe just by turning on 240. I'm trying to remember what the bale sizes were on Elm Creek, and I don't remember what they were. But we'll see what they are here in just a moment. Alright, I can see the swath is starting way out here, so let's make sure we get every little bit that we can. The sheep are waiting for us. Still not used to these symbols either. Am I missing... I am missing little pieces here and there. Alright, so the pickup on this thing is not the greatest. Alright, so there's one bale, but I don't know how many liters it is. Wasn't paying any attention. I'm kind of staying focused on the swath in front of me. Now I do have a slight concern when I go to pick up the bales with the T6, in being that the bales might be on the heavy side for the T6, but we'll find that out later. How big are these? So I think they're like almost 8,000. I see almost 8,000 liters on the hay bale. So it seems like I'm picking up the hay fine elsewhere. It seemed like when I first started, I was missing good chunks of hay here and there. But the other good thing I'm seeing is we are getting a lot of bales already. So the yield is going to be good. Yes, I'm not missing any parts of the swath now. I wonder why I was missing it before. We'll see if I got the same situation when I go that direction where I missed it. I wonder if I'll be leaving little splots here and there behind. Alright, we're going to get a lot more bales than I thought. A lot more bales. So next time this grass is ready to be cut, I probably won't be doing hay bales. Probably cutting it for silage. Well, let's see if I leave swaths behind here. It seems to be picking up better, so I'm not quite sure what happened on that first run right there. Maybe because it's a new baler, I had to get worn in a little bit. I have no idea. Well, I did see when I was looking for mods, a couple other big windrowers. I don't think I want to go bigger than one that we already just leased, because if I put it into a bigger swath, I'm probably going to leave more hay behind with each pass. So having to go around twice to pick up all the little scraps here and there, not really worth it to get a bigger windrower. So probably getting a smaller windrower might be the key here. Or, but I said this in 19, for those of you who are here for that, I had a baler doing the same thing. Actually, I think it was the same exact baler in a way, the New Holland, to where I said, I'll just go and edit the XML file to where the pickup area is bigger, and I just never got around to it. So I'm not going to say I'm going to do it here, because I may never get around to doing so. And we'll pick up a couple of scraps here. So made many bales here. More than I thought. So you can kind of see with the ones scattered around here. I don't know, 25? 20, I was just looking 25 maybe. I'm trying to pick up enough here so I can finish off this last bale that's in here. Need about 600 liters, and it may look like I got a lot of scrap around here, but it isn't that much. Let's see if I can squeeze another bale out from this field. This should do it right here, this little clump, I would think. Perfect. Let's turn it off and kick that on out. And let's bring it over here to this pot. Well, I say pile. I'm going to call my equipment a pile. Alright, I'll leave the fent hook right up to that. That's fine. Let's teleport over to here. Yep, so connected to this. There's our fertilizer that we bought. Let's go get our front loader. Detach the stone picker-upper, which probably I'm going to go away from using that. I did like it at first, but the more I use it, it's still pretty good. Nothing wrong with it, but just, I don't know, something about it is starting to wear on me just a little bit. Let's go ahead and detach that. And now we go to the store, and then front loader tools, and that's a manure fork, the grapple, bale spike. What other options we have here? This will pick up, I think, 3 bales at once, but I'm not really sure how that works. I never used it. I've seen it before in 19, and in I did use one in 17 or 19. It was more like an auto loader. So let's go ahead and what's the price difference? 600 to 5. Yeah, let's go with this one. This is only 600, and we can't change the color of anything. Let's go ahead and buy that. Yeah, that's good enough. All right, I'm gonna go down and pick that up. And then I'll meet you over where the bales are. We'll pick up a bale and bring it right over, feed the sheep, because they've been without food now for, I don't know, half the day. So 8,000 liters of hay. I wonder what that's going to do to the T6 here. I don't know. I do have weights on the back tires, so hopefully that'll equal out. I kind of forgot if I came in here. So yeah, I think we got more sheep. That's why I went to the food. They actually use some water as well. What I'm actually in here for is I want to see how many bales we produced. 31 bales. All right. It says I produced 39. I think that is the cotton bales from when we did the cotton harvest. All right. So the question is here. So they are 8,000 liters. And the T6... See how I hit the brakes. Oh, no, 8,000 liters is fine. I think 8,000 liters is more than what the sheep need. So I was going to stack them 2 on top of one another, but I think that's fine for now. So I'm just going ahead and put this into the feed trough area, and I'll just sit there. I think the sheep are only going to take maybe 2,000 liters, but we got more sheep now, so they may take a little bit more. I'm not going to leave the bale there in the weather because there is no decay in Farming Simulator 22 currently. Have no idea if they have plans for in the future, but you never know. But let's go make the sheep happy. And then we'll come back over here, do some landscaping around the shed. That way I can put the equipment back into where it needs to be. And we'll wrap up the episode there. One more thing I just got reminded to myself as I'm driving past the wheat fields. Episode last week where apparently I said oats for the chickens. I do realize you don't feed oats to the chickens. Oats are for horses. My brain sometimes gets locked up thinking cereal crop is for chickens and oats is a cereal crop. And I just added in there, but yeah, you cannot feed oats to the chickens. I do know that, but apparently I said it in an episode last week. A lot of people made comments on that, which is fine. I do goof. Alright, so that should not be 8,000 liters of hay in there anymore. Hopefully you take it. It does. So right now they took 3,000 liters of hay. So I can leave that bale there and I'll constantly feed them. But now it's not going to show up currently. Where are they? There we go. So we're good there. Productivity is at 0, but that should go on up. Actually, these are... No, you're 10 months old, so you should be good. Your health is kind of low, but you know what? They've only been without food for like... Well, I'm playing 1 month per day, so... It could be like about, in real time, 2 weeks that they have not had food. How are the chickens? I better check on them. Alright, so they probably could use some grain as well. They're getting kind of low, and the sheep do need some water also. I got a lot of off-camera work to do in between episodes. I got to go pick up those bales, all 30 more of them, and stack them up nicely. Put them in the shed. I got to fertilize the 3 oat fields, which we're making for the grain mill. And also got to fertilize the grass field that we just cut. Got to give the sheep some water. Got to top off the chickens. Got a lot to do. But one more thing here. Let's go back. We'll do some landscaping around the shed. Hopefully it doesn't cost too much. Just trying something out here with the T6. Can it handle 2 bales? Yeah, it sure can if I hit the brakes. Well, the bales will slide off. Didn't know, wasn't trying to do that, but I want to see if the tractor tilted forward. So I can do 2 bales at a time. But probably I'll just end up doing, well, maybe. I don't know. Doesn't matter. I'll be doing off camera anyways. Let's go ahead and park this right here. Everything should be out of the way. And let me get out of the way myself. Nope, gotta go to here. Construction. I said, there we go. Just gotta give it a second. Landscaping. Okay, so this. Oh, whoop, hit the wrong button. Hit the wrong button. Alright, let's go ahead and get my helper menu up because I forgot what buttons did what. Brush size. Yep, we want to go a little bit bigger. And the strength. Alright. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's not what I wanted. It's not what I wanted at all. Alright, so I just lost a good amount of cash there. Oh, man. Alright. Let's not go... Let's go a little bit less strength there. Try to smooth this out a little bit. If it wasn't for that first initial mountain that I made, it probably won't be too bad here. Alright, so there's that. Let's swirl around to this side here. And nice and even, hopefully. Well, even-ish. And got to fix that right there. But overall now it's a little bit smoother coming down in here. I can live with that. Yeah, I still got this tree over here I need to take care of. Can I pick that up? Yeah, it's not too heavy. Let's just stick that right in here for now. Because it didn't deform here, and I think because that tree was in the way. But everywhere else looks like it's all right. It's all good. It's all good. Let me go back into here. Construction, landscaping. And it changed my brush size and everything. So, whoa, 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 whoa. Easy there, cowboy. There we go. Now it's flattening it out. I'm not going to bother repainting the grass in here because I'll probably have all dirt in here anyways. Alright, so that only cost about 10 grand. Could have been a lot cheaper if I didn't have the mountain. The mistake mountain, I'll probably call that. There, now it should have got rid of that little mound here. And the mound on the back of the forest line don't care about too much. Although I do have a floating tree here now. That probably got put there when I put down the shed. And I got to take care of this little stump here as well. But I got stumps around here. The sawmill needs to be refilled at some point. So pretty soon I'll be getting a tree mulcher again. Or stump mulcher. Take care of that. Actually, let me grab this and get this out of the way completely. I'll put it over here next to this tree. That way I know I got another tree to cut down. But I keep forgetting about that tree, honestly, anyways. I don't think I affected my field at all. Nope, we're all still good there. So not too bad. We kind of started the day just under $200,000. And after landscaping, I'm just a little bit lower than that. But we ended up buying a $30,000 tedder. And we bought ourselves a bale fork. Or a bale fork. Bale spike. I'm thinking a pallet fork. Wow, yeah, bale spike. I'll get it on out. So yeah, I got plenty of work to do here between episodes. I'm going to pick up these bales. Stack them in there somewhat. Kind of in a good way here. The sheep are fed, but I got to give them water. Got to take care of the chickens. And I got to fertilize. And next month is June. And in the month of June, if we go on down to here, that's where I want to go. And the big thing is furniture. Furniture, today, right, that furniture price is not bad, $2,100, but it will get better. We are in May, so June/July is the best price. So we usually get about $150,000 from selling that. So we should be somewhere around $350,000, and also depending if I sell more clothing, which I might. So what we could possibly have up to maybe $400,000 in our bank account for the month of June and July. So we'll be buying some stuff and expanding a little bit, mostly for the cows, and we'll go from there. But that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in No Man's Land. But until then, have a good one.